courses that we're delivering at DCPRO have all been created by people who work in the data center industry. We don't just talk about data centers, we actually do it for a living. This gives us a unique advantage over the other training companies and the other training products that are in the market.
Power is the heart of the data center. The data center load, the servers and the storage and the communication equipment can fail to function properly in literally the blink of an eye, down as little as 6 milliseconds, 6,000th of a second. So the equipment that keeps the voltage up on that equipment is, its sensitive equipment, is very vital, and you can't afford to let it break for a moment.
Reduce cost first, so we can use the simulation to try out different ideas, different ways of doing it, to minimize the equipment that you install and make sure whatever you install has the right effect, which can save you cost of having to fix things later. So it's going to save cost in the long run, isn't it? If people understand the benefits, I think they're prepared to pay the cost. But if they don't understand this, it's just an additional cost.
The cooling course has not only taught me what is the best solution for cooling, but it also taught me about green energy saving and what is the most efficient. After being through this course, I get a better understanding of what is the requirement like and what is the essential requirement to have a green data center.
It's actually better than indirect adiabatic and low relative humidity rather, but in high relative humidity it's actually not as good as a direct system. So it's not true to say that direct is more efficient than indirect. Just because Google and Facebook use direct, that's because they do. Indirect is definitely better.
The real cases that the trainer was actually giving us was a very good platform for the technicians or our staff in the future when they attend the course to understand real life scenarios and not just theories. So that will actually help them with their work a lot, and in terms of what we do and also in terms of the knowledge that they already currently have.
I would definitely recommend this course to whoever colleagues that's interested in the cooling aspect. So it's definitely recommended for any new engineers in the data center field. This course is actually a good summary of what is happening out there in the market.
So I'm going to talk about different IT technologies, server storage, networking, security, and how we test the network as part of the ongoing operational side. We're going to talk about Open Compute project, about the entrance facility, meet me room, the white space, and then we'll wrap up with what is probably the more widely deployed technology in terms of how we become more efficient in operation, and that's virtualization and how that's applied within the data center.
I'm actually quite fascinated for the scale of the program, and also I'm actually quite impressed that you managed to get a speaker, actually a talented speaker, which is well-versed and knowledgeable in the industry.
Presentation materials that they provided, together with the way they conduct the class, is very easy to understand, especially for us which have insufficient M&E background.
We cover a wide range, everything to do with cooling, and a lot of tips on best practices, what to do, what to avoid, problems to avoid. We like to give a lot more than what's in the course notes. If you just read notes, you get something out of it, but you won't get anywhere near as much as if you attend a classroom training, where we like to give a lot more information and have a lot more interactive discussion. We learn from each other. Everybody learns something. So welcome to the next cooling class whenever you're ready.